Good morning, Kelvin. Thank you for joining us here at ADDX today.
Pleasure.
We're going to talk about alternative assets. So, Kelvin, please share with us your views.
Well, alternative assets are a great way to actually diversify your traditional portfolio. For us, we actually advocate having at least 11% of alternatives in your traditional portfolios.
Maybe we'll take a dive into the hedge fund space, how it fits and why it continues to be an important part of the portfolio.
The hedge fund space is huge and it's dynamic and it's evolving all the time. So we like hedge funds because we think that hedge funds, with the diversification of strategies that they have, can actually fit very well with the traditional risk return portfolio.
Kelvin, private equity has been a growing space in the recent years. UBS has been in the forefront in bringing world-class private equity funds onto the platform. ADDX aims to do the same with a slightly different investor base. Wanted to get your views again on private equity and, in addition to that, unicorns.
Private equity has been a significant contributor to the financial industry in the last, I would say, 10 to 15 years. The number of private equity linked companies out there, that means the funds available for us to actually invest in, is actually more or less double the size of the number of companies you have on the American stock exchanges. So if you ignore that, you are basically ignoring another very important source of potential alpha for your investment portfolios.
And roughly what sort of incremental returns do you think the portfolio can generate with this allocation?
It depends on which part of the curve you're in. But obviously, if you're going in at a very early stage, right? If you're talking about venture capital itself, the returns can be about 81.7% IRR on a per annum basis. If you're talking about the more mature part of the curve, like for example on a leveraged buyout basis, you're probably talking about maybe on the 20% plus IRR per annum, in that sort of range. The rewards are tremendous, not just from a return perspective, but from a risk perspective as well.
And how would you approach, building this portfolio just in the private space?
I'll do it like the way I do it for the traditional portfolios. So by diversifying across vintages and by diversifying across your strategy, you can build up a really nice private equity portfolio that will, generate very, very good returns for you over a longer period of time.
As you know, ADDX is a preeminent Fintech company, and I know that UBS is a huge investment call in the area of Fintech. So please share your views there.
Well, we think that there is a huge potential for the Fintech industry to actually grow. And therefore, we think that in the next 5 to 10 years, that you can reap significant returns from the Fintech industry itself.
Thank you.
Pleasure.